So if you're looking for a inexpensive way to have a retro look to your videos, then you might want to check out this little camera by Retroflash. So let's check it out and see if it's any good. Hey there, welcome back to my camera collection. If you're new around here, we like to check out retro old school camcorders. We like to review them and look at ways of being able to capture them along with accessories and some odds and ends little cameras and devices like this. So if you're into that kind of thing, maybe consider subscribing. So today we're gonna be checking out this little, I don't know, it's marketed as a retro flash camera. From what the description said of the website and the Instagram account, they said that it gives your footage an early 2000s feel to it. So like the video and the pictures from it. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox it, and I haven't even looked at this thing. I bought this thing like a month ago. I have no idea what this thing is going to entail. So I'm just kind of giving my first impressions on it in this video, and we'll kind of play with it and see if it's any good. See if there's any other companies out there that make something similar to this, and see if it's even worth getting. With that being said, let's get into today's video. So I'll be explaining exactly what this thing is. I'll explain to you where I got it from, and I'll explain why I got it. I'll also explain the company that made the camera, and then we'll possibly talk about where you could get one that is cheaper. We'll also go over the features of the camera, the buttons and screen and stuff of, you know, what the physical features of it. And then we'll go through like the menu and stuff and look at it and see if there's any kind of specs we can find. I assume it's probably not gonna tell me anything. You can't go on their website and see anything. So we'll find out through this video because I haven't even looked at it yet. I've been saving this camera to just make this video as a first impressions video so you can kind of get my initial reactions on it. So this camera is marketed for, I don't know, it was kind of like some Instagram content I seen. The company is called Retroflash. Now, maybe you've seen some other companies like this that make these cameras that are like, they're supposed to be like a retro look to it. There's not really much information out there on these little cameras, and I think I've only seen like one other video of someone making a video about it. From what it sounds like is these are kind of misleading. Whatever kind of footage that this Instagram account is using doesn't seem like it's from one of these, but we will see. It kind of just looks like it's more of like a crappy video quality, and I don't know, a lot of people try to associate crappy video quality with like retro video quality, and it's not really the same. Yeah, we'll look at the footage and see what it looks like. I don't even know if it even has a charge in it. The company is Retroflash. I don't know, they're from the UK, I believe. And there might be some other ones that are from America, but I paid $30, I think, in total for this. It might have been a little bit more for shipping, so it might have been like $34 or something. So I figured that it was going to be coming from Europe, and when I got the confirmation for the shipping, it was shipping from China. So that just goes to show exactly what this is right here. So this is probably something that is drop shipped from China. It's probably something that people found on like Alibaba and found a way to market it as a retro camera to give you a retro look for your videos and stuff. Yeah, they're just cheesy little children's cameras, really. If you look around on Amazon, you'll find the exact same ones for like $10 or $12. So don't do what I did. Don't support these companies. Just grab one off of Amazon if you want one. So let's go around the box and see what it all says about it. On the front, it kind of just shows like the pink and the blue camera. There are 3 different colors that these come in. You have the pink one, you have the blue one, and then there's like a green one that's kind of like a, I don't know, it reminds me of weird Easter green or something. It's kind of weird. It has the picture on the back here. I did get the blue one. But yeah, I don't know. They're all very childish colors in my opinion. And it even says on the box here, children's digital camera. And when you look on their website and like their Instagram and stuff, like it doesn't market it as a children's camera. So it's definitely like the same ones that you'd find on Amazon and stuff. On one side of the box, it says that it can do video capture, you can capture photos, you can connect it to your computer. It has a built-in rechargeable Li-ion polymer battery. And it has expandable memory, so you can put a micro SD card in it. And I believe that's probably the only form of a storage device that you probably can put in it. Whether that works or not, I don't know. And then they have a awesome motto on the side of it, and it says, "Record childhood, keep beautiful." I really just feel like that's some kind of Chinese Google Translate. That literally makes no sense. So, and it even says on the back, made in China, but these days, what isn't made in China? So, it's afraid of wet, apparently. Again, Chinese Google Translate to English, so obviously don't get it wet. Environmental protection mark, so it's recyclable, apparently, and some other FCC and stuff on the back here. So, yeah, not really much to tell you on the box here. So, we'll go ahead and open it here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at how tiny this thing is. I mean, even in like their Instagram content, the cameras don't look this small and this cheesy. Oh my gosh, and this thing looks like it caught it. Honestly, this thing should be something that you would pay $1 for at the dollar store, or like you go to like the arcade and play, and you get like, you know, a certain amount of tickets, and you can get them really crappy, cheesy prizes. This is something that I would see you being able to get at like an arcade. So there's the blue one, and honestly, it's not even really the same color as what's on the box. The one on the box is like a lot more vibrant blue. This is definitely a lot more of a baby blue. There's the plastic that it sits in, and then you get a USB cable. It's not even a USB-C cable, and you get a blue lanyard. It's actually kind of a nice blue on there. I guess it's more of a wrist strap, so you can make sure you don't drop it. You get that is odd. It comes with a USB SD card converter, so you can put your SD card your micro SD card into one side, and then the USB goes into like your laptop or your computer. And then it's actually nice because it comes with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card, and it comes in a little case. So I actually didn't think that it would have came with any of that. So that's actually really nice. Now, if you already have an SD card that you like to use, a micro SD card, like something that maybe you'd put in a GoPro or your drone or something, you know, you can probably most likely use one of those as well. It might not recognize it, so you might just have to use one of the SD cards that it comes with. Other than that, you get a little tiny piece of paper for the instructions and the product specifications. Ooh, let's look at that really quick. The display, or I guess the screen on it, is a 2-inch colored display. The lens is a fixed lens, 100-degree angle. Storage media, mini SD card, max supported 32 gigabyte. Okay, so you can only use a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. Anything bigger than that, I don't think it'll work. The photo format is a JPEG or JPG. Languages is Russian, English, Chinese, simplified, Chinese, complex, Korean, Japanese, etc. Okay, so there's probably a lot more languages in the menu. The camera format is JPEG. The camera resolution is 1080p, 1400 by 1080, and the 720p is 1280 by 720, and VGA 1640 by 480. It says that it does 1080p, but is also not a, it's supposed to be a retro camera. Explain that one to me. I don't know. We'll see how crappy the footage is at the end. The time mark, close and open. I guess that means that you can probably have like a timestamp in the video, or decide to not have a timestamp in the video. Motion detection on or off, so I guess it'll start recording with motion detection. Loop recording, you can have it off 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes. I don't really know what loop recording is. That might be like a time limit on recording, so maybe it'll record for 1 minute, and all the way up to 10 minutes you can have it record for. So kind of like a timer. Photo resolution, 3M, 2M, and 1.3M VGA. I honestly don't know what that is. Frame, normal background 1. I don't know. Delete, delete sheet, and delete all. So sounds like you can delete individual files, either video files or photo files, or you can just kind of format the whole card. Format, cancel, or execute. I don't know. These are some weird product specifications. Charging voltage. You have a DC of a 5 volt, so probably just like a USB. CAN support system. Windows 2000. Windows 3000, Windows ME, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Mac OS and Linux. So I don't even know if this is compatible with Windows 10 or Windows 11. That's really odd to me. Optical frequency, 50 hertz or 60 hertz. Reset system, cancel, execute. Version, okay, so that's just what version it is. And then games snake, box pushing, maze walk, and number guessing. Okay, if you've found any of these on like Amazon or anything like that, there's like little games that you can play on it apparently. So this is definitely geared towards children. This is definitely, it's not what they're saying that it is. It's not this retro camera that gives you this cool 2000s look. And you know, maybe you want to use it like that. It's not what they say it is. It's the exact same little cameras you can probably find on like Alibaba or like AliExpress, Amazon. I guarantee you could probably find one of these on Wish as well, and it's probably the exact same. So I'm not really going to read the instructions. We can probably figure it out later on. Let's look at the physical features on it. So I guess the whole reason I got this camera, my desk is kind of a mess right now, isn't it? So the whole reason I got this camera is, well, Retro Flash themselves, they really did do a good job at making it look like this is a retro camera. So I was just curious. Like I said, I spent 30 bucks on this. I didn't think it was really that much money to spend on it, but looking at what it is, it's really not worth that much money. Definitely save yourself the money. Don't buy one of these cameras from Retro Flash or any other company that kind of has one of these cameras. Just don't do it. If you want it, just go onto Amazon and buy it. I don't know. I just wanted to check it out and see if it was actually real, and if they were actually being honest about what their product actually is. I haven't even turned it on yet, and I can already tell you that it's not what they say it is. So don't get scammed. Just buy a cheap one from Amazon or even Wish or something. So let's look at the the features, I guess. So they make it look like it's a DSLR camera. I guess we'll start at the lens. I guess you get a fixed 100-degree lens, so I guess that's kind of wide. I'm assuming that there's a little, I don't know, 5 holes here right between where like I guess a flash would be on a DSLR and the lens, and I'm assuming that that might be your microphone, or possibly there's this little tiny hole on like the top left side of like where the lens would go on to, and that might be your microphone as well. I really don't know. I guess on the right hand side of it, you do have your SD card slot, your micro SD card slot, along with your USB plug in there. That's probably how you charge it and transfer files to your computer. On the back, you got the power button. I assume you probably have to hold it down for a certain amount of seconds for it to turn on, and same thing to turn it off. You have an up arrow along with a down arrow, and you have, I assume, a settings button or like a menu button here on the left, because it kind of looks like a little gear. And then you have like it looks like a little picture button, so I assume that's probably for your be able to go to playback and maybe watch your videos back and look at your pictures that you've taken. They probably act as a few other things. It does have a 2-inch screen on it. To me, that doesn't look like a 2-inch screen. That's probably like a 1.5-inch screen of the actual screen itself. Now, if you went like corner to corner from like the black to the black, it would maybe be 2 inches, but yeah, I bet it's probably a 1.5. It looks like a real viewfinder. It even has like the little plastic film that you like peel off when you first open something in like a package. It even has that to peel off, but it's just this black little piece of plastic, I believe. I don't think you can actually see anything in it. You got the picture button up here, so you can actually take pictures with it, and it's your record button as well, so you probably have to switch between camera mode and record mode. Along with that, you have a little loop here on the side to tie your hand strap to, so that's really all the features. That's a $30 camera apparently. Oh, and there's a little hole on the back side as well, and I'm wondering if that is also a microphone. So if you're holding it like this and you're talking, it might pick up your voice as well. I don't know, we'll have to see. I'll get this thing charged up, and well, let's see if it turns on first here. Okay, we gotta charge it. We'll get it charged up, and we'll walk through the menu and show you what is all in the menu, and maybe look at some of the games or something. I don't know. And then, you know, at the end, I'll show you some of the test footage that comes out of it, and we'll see, you know, how the audio and video quality is. If you want one of these, I'll leave a link into the description, and you can check one of these out through Amazon. If you do buy one, you would be supporting the channel and supporting me to actually purchase more old retro camcorders to actually do reviews on and, you know, put back on the market for you guys to sell. So, not saying to buy this to just support me, but if you want to try one, I have a quick link that you can go and look at and try it out. And you'd probably get it a lot faster than I did. I'm pretty sure I waited like 2 weeks for this because it came from freaking China. There's probably some that are from America. You know, I don't know if the ones on Amazon even ship from America. They might still come from China. So yeah, we'll get it charged up and we will look at the menu. Alrighty, we got it charged up here, and just before I started recording this, I actually could hear some rattling inside the camera. Hopefully you can hear that in the mic. But yeah, I kind of messed with it just for a second. And you do hold the power button down to turn it on. And the greeting screen is just hilarious. What is this? And yeah, so here is your childish menu here. So playing around with these, you can go left and right. Up and down. I don't know if this is necessarily music or if it's an audio file, but if you want to select things, you'll push the record button or the picture button. So you push the top button down, and I don't know if it's like a file or like if it plays music or if you can record an audio file. I don't know. But if you want to go back out of a menu, you just push the power button and it goes back to the menu. And you can play, yeah, you can play a few different games here. So you can select it, and then it has whatever this snake game is. You got Tetris, whatever this plane game is, some kind of maze game, some kind of box pushing game, and the snake game. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different games on here. So I don't know, this would be a pretty good toy, I guess, to give your kid if they want a camera that they can also play some pretty basic games on. Pushing the power button again, you can go back to the menu, and over on the settings, let's go check it out and see what's in here. Oh, you can't really see that very well. I can't even see that very well. Let's see, so that's photo mode, so you can choose what kind of megapixel you want. So you can choose between 12, 10, 8, and 5 megapixel. You got self timer. You got 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and 10 seconds. Resolution, you can choose between your 720p, 1080p, or VGA. Definitely gonna keep it at 1080p. You can choose to have the timestamp on or off. I'm actually gonna have it off. I just don't really care for timestamps that much. Language, all right, so you got English, a few different Chinese, Pakistani. I don't really know what a lot of these are, to be honest. I'm gonna guess French, Dutch, quite a few different languages in here, to be honest. You got the LCD time off, so you can choose 2 minutes, 1 minute, or 3 minutes, or you can just have it off so that the LCD doesn't turn off by itself. So I guess the LCD off is kind of like a sleep mode. It'll kind of just turn the LCD off after a few minutes. The auto off is the automatic power off, and you have 5 minutes or 3 minutes. You can choose on that, along with being able to turn it off. That's probably pretty good, I guess, if you have a kid and they'll just let it die. So you got the volume. Oh, so you can actually, you have a speaker for playback. So that must be what some of these holes are, I'm guessing. And that hole that is here, that I was talking about going through the physical features, is a power light, I'm guessing. So I wonder if it blinks red if you record or not. You can format it. I'm not sure if that is a kind of like a factory reset on everything, or if you can just format the card with that. And then you can choose the date and time in the camera and the system reset. Okay, so the system reset is probably like the factory reset. So the format is definitely for the card, and then you can look at the version, the software version. Honestly, kind of a big menu for such a lame little camera. So this little purple icon, I assume, is your playback. I don't have any files on here, so there's nothing that shows up in there. And then the orange one with the little camera, camcorder, I guess, is your record menu and your picture menu. Pretty easy to go through there. Let's check out and see. Oh boy. Wow. That looks so bad. Well, we'll try recording real quick and see if this little light turns red. All right. So that's pretty much it. You can choose between, well, if you go into the settings, you can have it 720p or 1080p. Let's go record some stuff and see how it works. What are you doing? Huh? What's going on? Rev. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. And if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe, because we talk about retro camcorders almost on a weekly basis. And on that note, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.